Good morning, Professor. My name is Savin Garte, and today I will be discussing T1, one of the most successful sports organizations, and the legal and contractual frameworks that help sustain their dominance in the sports industry. Sports has evolved into a multi-billion-dollar industry, and behind every winning team is a complex legal structure that ensures everything runs smoothly from player contracts to intellectual property production. In this presentation, we will explore how T1's contract, sponsorship, intellectual property, and legal framework all work together to protect the brand players and ensure fair play. So let's dive into T1's journey and how its legal and contractual structure have helped them stay at the top. T1, originally founded as SK Telecom T1 in 2003, quickly rose to fame with its dominance in League of Legends. Over the years, T1 has extended its reach into other games like Valorant and Dota 2, all while maintaining a strong presence in the esports industry. The organization is widely recognized for having some of the top players in the world contributing to their consistent performance in major esports tournaments with strategic a partnership with major global brands like Nike and Samsung. T1 has been able to build a brand that not just about playing games but also about content creation, sponsorships, and merchandising. What sets T1 apart from other esports teams is its commitment to a comprehensive legal and business framework, including robust contracts, intellectual property protection, and fair play policies, all of which help ensure long-term success in this highly competitive field. Now let's take a look at how T1 contracts and legal framework play a critical role in maintaining its status as a leading sports organization. T1 relies on several contracts to ensure smooth operation and long-term success. These contracts include player contracts, sponsorship agreements, and management and staff contract, each of which plays a vital role in the overall structure of the organization. Player contracts. Player contracts are essential for defining not just the salary structure but also the responsibility and expectation placed on players. These contracts include clauses that ensure players engage in media appearances, live streaming obligations, and brand promotion. Sponsorship agreement. Sponsorship deals are a cornerstone of T1's financial strategy. Companies like Nike and Samsung pay significant amounts to feature their logos on T1's jersey, but these agreements go far beyond just branding. And lastly, management and staff contract. T1 also has management contracts for coaches, analysts, and other staff members. These contracts clearly define the role, responsibilities, and expectation for each staff member, ensuring that the team operates efficiently and remains competitive. Like players' contracts, management contracts include confidentiality clauses to protect team strategy and other sensitive information. This ensures that no one outside the organization can exploit inside knowledge for competitive advantage. Now, my next slide is key terms in contracts. When it comes to player and staff contracts, several key terms are crucial for protecting both the organization and the individual involved. These key terms include salary structure, uh, termination clause, non-compete clauses, and content ownership. Salary structure. The salary structure in players' contracts is often designed to reflect not only the player base salary but also potential performance bonuses and sponsorship incentives. Uh, Contracts are structured to incentivize success, ensuring that players can earn additional compensation based on their performance in tournaments and their role in promoting the brand. Termination clause. Termination clause specify the condition under which either party can end the contract early for players. This might include failure to meet performance standards or engaging in behavior that violates team policies. For T1, termination clauses also offer protection in case of breaches of contracts by the players, such as not fulfilling sponsorship obligation or damaging the brand's usage. Non-compete clauses. Non-compete clauses are common in esports contracts. These clauses prevent players from joining a rival team during their contract period or immediately after its expiration. This ensures that teams like T1 retain the full value of their investment in players and prevent rivals from poaching top talent. Content ownership Content ownership is becoming increasingly important in esports contracts, especially as players are expected to create their own digital content. T1 contracts offer include provisions that grant the organization ownership over content produced by players such as streams, highlight reels, and social media posts. Now, my next topic is intellectual property and protection. In the world of esport, intellectual property is a team's most valuable asset. T1 takes protection of its IP very seriously, ensuring that its brand, content, and product are safeguarded. There are several ways T1 secures its intellectual property, including trademarks, copyright, and licensing agreements. Trademark registration. T1 has registered its name, logo, and other unique identifier as trademarks. This prevents any other entity from using T1's brand without permission. Trademarking helps protect the integrity of T1's names and logo, which are synonymous with excellence in sports. Now, for digital content. T1 also owns the copyright to its digital content, including streams, videos, and other media processed by the team. Uh, which help them to which help if anyone tries to use T1 copyright materials without consent, they can issue a DMCA takedown to have the content removed from platforms like YouTube and Twitch. Content and licensing agreements. T1 enters into licensing agreements to produce co-branded merchandise such as jerseys, shoes, and other appear in collaboration with brands like Nike. Licensing agreements allow T1 to expand its revenue streams while ensuring that the quality of products bearing their brand is consistent with their image. Furthermore, licensing agreements extend into digital space like in-game skins or emotes, where T1 may collaborate with developers to create exclusive digital products, ensuring that they control the quality and distribution of their digital assets. Uh, Now, my next topic is fair play and legal protection. Fair play is essential for maintaining the integrity of esports, and T1 has set up legal frameworks to ensure that all players compete under the same condition. These measures include anti-cheating agreements, player conduct codes, and dispute resolution mechanism. Now first let's look at anti-cheating agreements. T1 has strict anti-cheating agreements in place ensuring that players compete fairly. These agreements outline the consequences for players found violating rules such as using performance-enhancing software or exploiting games glitches. Anti-cheating policies help preserve the competitive integrity of the team and the esports industry as a whole. Now my next topic, and now let's look at player conduct code. Even also enforces a player conduct code that establishes behavior expectation. Players are required to act professionally both in and out of competition. This ensures that players represent T1 with respect and professionalism all the times. Now, let's look at dispute resolution. Dispute resolution clauses are often included in contracts to handle conflicts that may arise between players, management, or other team members. T1's legal framework include mediation or arbitration procedures, which are faster and less costly than going through traditional legal system. This process helps resolve conflicts without disrupting the team operations. Now my next slide is comparative analysis between esports, traditional esports, and industry entertainment industry. Uh, uh, Now let's look at esports versus traditional esports like NBA or NFL. Similarities: both esports and traditional esports team have player contracts, sponsorship agreements, and management contracts. In both sectors, players are expected to represent their team, participate in promotional activities, and uphold a public image. And the difference between them are esports careers tend to be shorter, with players often retiring in their mid-20s. Players in traditional esports, on the other hand, often have longer career. Additionally, esports players are also content creators, needing to maintain a digital presence through social media and streaming, which isn't always the case for traditional athletes. Now let's look at the similarities and differences between esports and entertainment. Uh, Esports has more in common with the entertainment industry than traditional esports. Like content creator in entertainment, esports players generate income through sponsorship, digital content, and personal branding. This hybrid model of being both an athlete and influencer makes esports unique. Now, for my last slides, conclusion. To sum up, T1's legal and contractual framework are essential to the organization's success, from protecting their intellectual property to ensuring fair play through anti-cheating agreements and player conduct codes. T1 has built a system that balances competition, branding, and revenue generation. The contract that govern players' relationship, sponsorship deals, and staff roles are structured to promote transparency, fairness, and success. As esports continue to grow, T1's strategies in managing contracts, intellectual property, and legal protection will serve as a model for other organizations in the industry. By focusing not just on gaming but on the broader legal and businesses framework, T1 is shaping the future of esports. That's it from my side. Thank you for your time, Professor.